Imagine this. Perfect skin. Not from a cream, but like hardwired into your genes. It sounds pretty sci-fi, right?
Absolutely.
We're always chasing the next big thing in beauty, and lately you hear gene editing, specifically CRISPR, popping up. Lots of futuristic ideas.
Yeah.
So our mission today is basically to unpack this idea of gene-edited beauty. Is it really the next step for flawless skin, or, is it more complicated?
It's definitely more complicated.
We're going to get into the science, what's real versus just theory, the risks, big ones, their ethics, and how it's all regulated. So let's start right at the beginning. What is gene editing, actually?
Well, at its heart, gene editing is precisely changing DNA. That means adding, taking out, or altering bits of genetic code at really specific locations.
Okay.
And CRISPR-Cas9 is the name you hear most. You can think of the Cas9 part as like tiny molecular scissors.
Scissors, right.
And it's guided by a piece of RNA that's programmed to find the exact spot in the DNA to make a cut. Super precise. And the reason CRISPR is such a game changer, it's just, simpler, faster, cheaper, and remarkably accurate compared to older techniques.
More efficient, too.
Much more efficient and versatile. You can even target multiple genes at once. So you can see why, conceptually, it sounds appealing for maybe making subtle cosmetic tweaks. But when we talk CRISPR in skincare now, we have to ground ourselves in reality.
Right. Hype versus what's actually happening.
Exactly. Almost all the current CRISPR research in dermatology is aimed at treating really severe skin diseases.
Not wrinkles, then.
Definitely not wrinkles. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
We're talking about conditions like RDB, that's a terrible blistering disease, severe eczema, psoriasis, difficult infections, serious medical stuff. And here's the absolute key point for you listening. As of now, there are 0 CRISPR clinical trials specifically for cosmetic skin treatments. None.
0.
Yeah. The first CRISPR therapy ever approved, KUVY, that was late 2023. It's for blood disorders like sickle cell. Nothing aesthetic.
Okay, that's a huge reality check. But, the idea is out there. What are the sort of theoretical cosmetic uses being looked at in like really early research? What's the dream?
Oh, the theoretical list is long. Researchers are exploring things like anti-aging, maybe boosting collagen or elastin, or clearing out those senescent zombie cells that build up.
Zombie cells, right.
Or tweaking melanin pathways for pigmentation issues. Even things like hair restoration, maybe scar reduction by blocking fibrosis pathways, or targeting acne bacteria. All very early stage, very theoretical for cosmetics. But let me draw a really crucial line here. There's gene-edited beauty directly changing your DNA for looks. That is not available, period.
Got it. Not available.
Then there's DNA-based personalized skincare, totally different. This exists now. Companies analyze your DNA information, your genetic predispositions, and recommend existing creams or serums.
So they test your DNA and suggest products, but they aren't editing anything.
Precisely. No gene editing involved at all. It's just using genetic info to guide product choice. Very different things. And actually, there's another angle where CRISPR is helping beauty indirectly. Sustainable ingredient production.
How so?
Well, using CRISPR to modify microbes like yeast to produce ingredients like squalene. Traditionally, that came from shark livers.
Oh, wow. So better for the sharks.
Exactly. It's kind of funny, isn't it? People are wary of using it on humans, but quite happy when it means greener manufacturing.
That is an interesting paradox. But okay, back to editing human skin. With that kind of power comes, risk, right? What are the safety worries and the ethics?
Oh, absolutely. The safety risks are significant. There's the danger of off-target edits, the molecular scissors cutting in the wrong place in your DNA. Yeah. And even on-target edits can have unintended effects we don't foresee. Then there's something called mosaicism, where the edits don't take in all cells equally, leaving you with a mix, plus the long-term effects. Largely unknown, and ethically, it opens a huge can of worms. The whole slippery slope argument, therapy versus enhancement, where do you draw the line? Concerns about, playing God or fundamentally altering human nature, and huge questions about fairness. Who gets access? Could it create new divides, new forms of discrimination? Maybe even echoes of eugenics.
Heavy stuff.
And think about informed consent. How can future generations consent to changes made now? They can't.
So how is this all regulated then? It can't just be treated like a face cream.
No way. Gene editing, especially in human cells, falls under drug regulations. In the US, that's the FDA, similar bodies in the EU, it's treated as a therapeutic product, meaning incredibly strict rules. Rigorous pre-market approval, massive amounts of safety and efficacy testing, long, expensive clinical trials. Decades, potentially. See, cosmetics are legally defined differently for cleansing, beautifying, things like that. Later regulations. Drugs are defined as affecting the body's structure or function. And gene editing clearly affects the body's structure and function at the most fundamental level, so it would absolutely be regulated as a drug, which basically means direct gene-edited beauty products face enormous hurdles: the cost, the time, the ethical bans, public resistance. It essentially blocks purely cosmetic applications from the market for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so if gene editing for beauty is realistically way off or maybe never happening, what can people do today if they want effective, responsible skincare?
That's a great question, and there's a really solid answer. Look for ecocert-certified natural and organic skincare.
Ecocert, tell us more.
Ecocert is a major, globally recognized organic certification body. They have a standard called Cosmos, which is super stringent.
What does it guarantee?
It means products have, like, an average of 99% natural origin ingredients, a high percentage of organic ingredients, specific minimums applied depending on the label. Crucially, no GMOs, petrochemicals, parabens, stuff like that.
And production matters, too.
Yes. Environmentally friendly production methods, cruelty-free testing, recyclable packaging, transparency. It covers the whole life cycle.
So choosing Ecocert means you're getting, what, better quality, gentler stuff for your skin?
Generally, yes. Higher quality natural ingredients, often gentler formulations. And you're also making a positive choice for the planet, protecting biodiversity, less waste, ethical sourcing.
So practical advice. Look for the Ecocert logo and the Cosmos Organic or Cosmos Natural labels on packaging.
Exactly. It's a trustworthy sign you're making a good choice.
All right, so let's wrap this up. The big takeaway from our deep dive seems to be gene-edited beauty, meaning actually altering your skin's DNA for looks. It's not here.
Not on the market. And facing huge scientific, ethical, and regulatory roadblocks. It's pretty much prohibitive right now.
So understanding that helps you, the listener, kind of cut through the marketing hype, maybe avoid misinformation.
Definitely. And it helps you focus on skincare choices that are actually proven, that are safe, and that align with your own values.
So instead of waiting for some sci-fi future, maybe embrace something like ecocert-certified natural and organic skincare. It's tangible, safe, ethical, and available right now.
Right, because maybe the real future of beauty isn't just pinning hopes on what science might do someday, but about making conscious, informed choices today that reflect what matters to you for your health and for the world around us.